The video I put out yesterday did way better than I was expecting, which I'm really excited about because basically all I did was just go through and implement a feature on video, show you guys how I do everything from front end to back end to UI, all that stuff in SvelteKit, and that's what we're going to do again today. Today, I want to implement another feature. I just got back from being home with family over the break. I redid the setup, did all this stuff, and I just really want to use it. And I think a great video to record today would be just sitting down and kind of hacking together a feature. Quick editor's note, I ended up actually only going through and implementing the UI in this video. There's going to be a part 2, maybe even a part 3 of this coming literally tomorrow. I'm recording it right now. But I just wanted to say I ran out of time, so just this video is the UI itself. We'll do the actual front-end logic and the back-end in another video. So if you enjoyed this, make sure you like and subscribe, and otherwise, let's get to it. So the thing I think I want to tackle today is going to be this product page. It's technically functional and it fully works, but if you went to this on a real site, this just doesn't feel that great, and this sure as hell is not going to scale to an enormous sum of products. We'll have this 3x3 grid of products here, but how are we going to sort through them? Once we put this actually live, we're going to have something north of, I think, like 20 or 30 at launch. And then probably by the end of the year, we're going to have probably over 100 products on here. So we need to set this up so that that can be searched through and filtered and handled. So that's kind of what I want to implement today. I was looking through different e-commerce sites. This is one that my uncle showed me. I think I kind of like this one, actually. We're not going to implement all this stuff because obviously we don't have like grade levels and stuff like that. But I implemented this tag system on here where we can tag all of our different pictures and filter them by that. And today we're going to go ahead and implement the tag filter. So something along the lines of this. What's the best place to start here? I think the best place to start here is going to be actually with the UI, because if we go over here to the schema and our data model, you can see our actual, where is it? We already have our product tags within our data model here, so we really don't need to do anything there. And I think the best place to start to just kind of hack out what I want this to be is going to be with the UI. This is going to definitely need to go through many different iterations, but I think for now we can just, we'll just start with something, see what we can put together, show you guys the full stack experience here. I need to make a short or something about this. The pain of using really my biggest problem with full stack SvelteKit is just the page.svelte spam. It sucks. But anyways, let's go ahead and let's make a div, and then we're going to go ahead and I think I want to start by implementing like a column over here. So we're just going to say class is going to be with, and we're not even thinking about mobile styling right now. I do not care. Fight me. BG green -300. When I'm implementing UIs, I'm not a CSS or Tailwind god by any stretch of the imagination. I have found that it's really helpful for me to just block out these sections here that I can actually then use to actually like see what's going on. So there you can see like nothing green showed up because I have no content in here. But if I add some content, yeah, we have this green block, so I can kind of see what's actually going on. So clearly what's just happening here is we just have this container piece here, and it's just naturally stacking them on top of each other. So we're going to switch to let's actually make this a grid. We'll be fancy. And then we'll do grid calls. Let's do 4 columns, and let's give this guy grid. So we do call span 1 of ASDF. So great. So now we've stacked these over here. We're going to want to, let me update the product card here so that it like wraps better. Instead of making it a flat width 400, I think we want to just do this grid calls 1. We're going to give this a column width of 1, and then we're going to go over here and we're going to say on, instead of making this flex, honestly, let's make this grid. We'll do grid calls -3, and then we do this. So that completely and utterly fucked it up. This should be spanning 3. This should be a call span, actually. So that's going to be call span 1. Awesome. So that fills out here. So then now we can go ahead. Oh, it's going to dynamically size the images though. That does kind of suck. Okay, actually, maybe we don't do this. Maybe we do just flex it up. Okay, so we'll do flex row, flex dash wrap. Okay, we do this. And then if we do gap dash, let's just do gap 4 for right now, get them separated. And then we're gonna go back over here. We're just gonna knock down the size on these guys. So we're gonna make this guy width of maybe 250, I think, px. And then these guys over here, let's set him to be, instead of 355, let's do like 200 by 175 or 150, I guess. I'm just pulling numbers out of my ass. I mean, it's really like, unless you have a full designer working with you on your team for a lot of these things, it is a lot of just figuring it out as you go. At least in my experience, this is what makes the most sense. Like in this case, that looks a little too tall. So we're gonna do 125. We're gonna do 125 px. Awesome. So we do that. That works. We want to go back up to our page. Why is this still flex wrapping? I want you to flex row correctly. Oh God. How did I have it before that made it work? This is the kind of stuff that maybe I don't know if I should edit out stuff like this in the final cut. Well, certainly this loading GitHub stuff is just useless, but I mean, it's kind of nice. I probably should just be talking about more random stuff here. Okay, cool. We call span 3 here, and then now we go back over, and that should work. And then, how do we get the product card to not have the absurd height here? These are the fun things you figure out while you're building stuff and you realize that I'm not good at UI. Frankly, you know what? We could do this with grid, or instead we could not do this with grid and we could just do this, and we could just say that you're going to be width of like 300 pixels, and then you're just gonna be that. Whoops, I already had that. And then you're just gonna be width full. Nice. Or I guess you need to do flex row. We want you to actually grow. Product card. Let's just bound these for right now. $375 px. You know what, honestly, this can be 300. This, I mean, what are these guys over here? They're a list. You know what, honestly, now that I'm looking at this, I kind of like this design better than what I had before. Giving them a full row is going to be a lot better than smashing these cards together. So yeah, I think let's do that. Let's give these a full row. Let's honestly just redesign this entire product page. Honestly, that just makes the most sense. Okay, great. So we'll just, yeah. Sweet. Okay, so instead what we're going to do is this is going to be a flex call. And then we want to items left. Is that right? Yeah. Okay, and then this guy we're going to want to do. Yeah, now we can actually go back to our little grid idea here. We'll do grid dash calls dash 4, and then we'll do call span 1, and we can go back and delete this width over here. We don't need it. And then we can go over to this guy and we can say call span of 3, and then great. So now we have this guy right here. And then if we check on what he is, we could just say bg-blue-400. Nice. So let's just like duplicate this right here and see what happens if we like double our product cards. Okay, good. It all just extends down, so it just works correctly. Okay, so now that we have all of this stuff sort of set up here, we can go ahead and actually make this look competent. So the first thing I want to do is I want to fix up these product cards. So we're going to go to the product card itself, and we're going to say, okay, this guy here is currently in like this stacked format. I want to get it into more of a like horizontal format and get some more info out of it, because we have item data. Okay, we might need to grab some more stuff off of that, but we'll see in a second here. So first things first, we're going to get rid of all this stuff. We're going to do width full. So if we just change that one thing, now we're dealing with this. Okay, that's already better. Now we're going to also want to make this flex row. Just gut feeling, I feel like we're going to need that, because I'm using this as a sort of guide. I'm not going to use this exactly, but it's pretty good. And this is how good UI design is done, by shamelessly copying other people's better work. So then within the card content itself, you know what, frankly, this doesn't even need to be a card. I don't know if this is like ShadCN type stuff. I think we don't even want that. I think we might just want to start this guy from scratch. So let's just do this. Let's go all the way down here. We're going to delete this stuff. This is going to be a long recording. So we're just going to hit this right here, and yeah, I don't think that matters. So we're going to delete that guy right there. And then how do we want to do this? We can go ahead and we have this piece right here. Let's start with the image. So we'll do flex row to like create those like columns that I think we had. And the first column I want to make over here is going to be a div. And then this is going to be this. Actually, shit, I should have kept parts of that, but I guess we can go to, yeah, I want to grab this guy because I want to keep this image right here. This is really useful. We hit this, so this will be our first guy over on the left. Then our middle section here, we're going to want to grab we're going to put a div in here, and then we're going to close this div. This is one thing I've noticed with Svelte. As this project has gotten bigger, when it all works, it's amazing and it's really, really good. But the LSP is kind of freaking slow sometimes. Like that you saw right there, that took a second to populate, which is not, that gets annoying. And, like CDH2, it took like 3 seconds to pop in there. That's really not good. So I need to figure out a way to optimize that, or else this is going to become a problem. I know everyone in the comments is going to say Svelte, or not Svelte. I know everyone in the comments is going to say use the Go stuff and the Go plus HTMX, and you're probably right. Probably, I don't know. I don't know if you're right. This is description. Please fill with actual content later. Okay, so we have this middle section. Then finally, we're going to have this left section. And this section is going to be the part where we can honestly, we can do a full add to cart here. I think this will be, I think we just put it in. So we'll add a button here. We'll hit that. Again, this population lag is really annoying, but cart. And then we'll also do more, whoa, this is still a button. And then we'll do href equals, and I'm just going to grab this off of GitHub because I don't remember what it is off the top of my head. Yep, it's this. We hit them with this. Perfect. So we want to get this, and then we will say more information. For now, we'll probably need to change the copy on that. I don't love it. But yeah, okay, cool. So already, I mean, I know that this looks like an atrocity, but you can kind of see how this is going to come together. So we're going to style this text up, clean these up, fit everything where it's supposed to go. And I think we're going to have a much better looking product page here that's going to be a lot more competent. It's also going to scale up and down way better. I mean, if you just look at this, this is much better. I'm happy with that. Okay, so what next? Let's go ahead and start with our text here. So let's do, oh wait, actually we're flex rowing. Let's also items center, then justify between. Is justify between the right call here? Or actually, maybe it should just be gap x like 4. Add an x gap of 4 or something, and then just let them go. And then, because that's centered all of them. Jesh slate. Let's just give them a slate background to double check what we're working with here. Border dash red dash 600. Again, this is how I do UIs. Like, yeah, so basically what I was checking here is I was checking on the image. So you can see the image is just floating up here in space. So we're just gonna do flex justify center items center. So we center our boy right here. Beautiful. This is good. Let's maybe give these guys a little bit of padding. So we'll do like P of 2 or something. Yeah, give them a little bit of padding here. Give that some room to breathe. Maybe, yeah, actually we already have a shadow and all that stuff on here. This is looking good. That's looking good. So let's get rid of the BG slate. That's not needed. We'll get rid of this. So BG slate, bam. Okay, so we'll do that. Then we're gonna go ahead down here to our class, and then we're gonna give this a class name. Let's make this font bold, text XL, text neutral. Let's spice it up a little bit. We'll make this neutral 100. And then we're going to go ahead and do text, and then we're gonna do font light, text large. Maybe we'll make this like 2XL and that large. We'll do text neutral, and let's change our like palette a little bit. We'll do that. We'll do this. This content. Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of our blue guy here. This has served its purpose. We already know our columns are working correctly. This is, yeah, that's pretty good. I just think I need a better font for this site in general. Also the all caps doesn't do it much good. You know what? Actually, maybe would font, just normal font, look better here? Yeah, it kind of does. Yeah, okay, cool. So that'll work. Now let's go over here. We're gonna do flex call gap dash y dash 2. And then we're going to do items center, justify center. We want to just center our buttons over here, up and down. Let's go ahead and give these guys some icons because that will make them look better. We're going to do import cart from Lucid Svelte. Again, the autocomplete just not pulling up here is really annoying. We want a shopping cart and then a link. Sure, let's try that. So we'll do this guy right here. We'll do a shopping cart. And then we're going to do class equals width for height for mr-2. So just push that guy away. Okay, yeah, add to cart. That looks good. And we're just going to yoink this. We'll go over to this guy right here. We'll paste him in here. We will do, what was the other one? I think it was like link or something. Yeah, so it was a link. More information. Yeah, that'll work. That will definitely work. And then, you know what? I think I'm going to add something to these buttons class of width full so that they're the same width. I think that'll help make it look better. Again, we'll do another UI pass on this at some point. Maybe let's up the gap to like 8, double the gap a little bit here. Let's up our padding as well to 4. And let's give these two a little bit of room to breathe. We'll just be lazy and do it here. We'll do PB of like 2 or something. Get some space there. Yeah, get some good space here. Okay, so now if we finally go ahead here, we take off our scaffolding that I was just using to set everything up. We do this and we take a look at what we're looking at. And it's this is looking better. This is looking much better. We'll get rid of border completely. Maybe want to add like a border bottom or something, like border -B, and just see what that is. Yeah, I kind of like that little delineation between all of them. Awesome. Okay, cool. Oh shoot, I forgot about the tags. The tags are the one thing we're missing. How do we want to do this? Let's go ahead back to the Git and grab what we had before. So this was the tags section. Oh, they were just badges. Okay. So we'll do this. Maybe instead of the description, we'll just put the tags in here. We're going to need to make sure that we grab badge from up here. We'll do this. Then with each of these are definitely gonna have to go into a div to make sure that they like don't do anything cringe. So we set these guys right here. So this guy can definitely, honestly, you know what? Maybe let's just set this to be width of like 200 px or something. Honestly, can probably be less, like 125 pixels. And then, no, that's not enough. Let's do 175. Yeah, it's a good size for those guys. And then let's go ahead and say this guy is going to grow because we have widths set for each of the others. So now, okay, great. So this guy's going to get tons of space over here to be a happy little guy. And then let's go back over here. I also want to do grid gap like 2 or something. Just a little bit of gap in here. You know what? Gap 4. So we do this. Awesome. Okay, this is looking pretty good. The last thing I think we need to do for right now, we'll need to improve this later, but we'll do class, and then we're going to do flex row items center gap x 3. That seems like a number that came to my head, and maybe down to 2. Yeah, sure. Okay, cool. So here we go. So this is our new sort of changed setup for the product page, but now we need to add even more to this where we're going to actually implement this sidebar. So the first thing I think we want to put into this sidebar is going to be an actual like search field. So over here, we have this guy here. We have the 1 call span. Let's go ahead and put, I'm going to actually go to our, basics. Yeah, this is a good place to grab it. I'm gonna grab a label and form and input right here. So we go in here, we'll paste this. I need to grab label and input over here. We hit this. So now this will be a cool thing to show here. So we hit that. Oh yeah, it's going to break here because we don't have anything. So our value is just going to be empty. And then our on change will just be, we don't need an on change actually. So we just have an empty value state here. Come on, there you go. Cool, that'll work. We don't need to give you a width class or anything. You can just fill this up. I think we can dispense with the green background for right now because this is just getting ugly. And we don't need it anymore. We know how this works. So we're going to say, actually, I think I do want to add a class. I think I want to say border 0. I think I want to wipe that out. Yeah, we can do this. Say borders, I use maybe border top 0, border dash right 0, border left 0, but then border bottom. Yeah, we want border bottom. And then rounded none because we don't want that to curve up awkwardly. Okay. So then we're going to say filter by tag. So we filter by tag, and then we'll just use this, the placeholder will be like arrow space, cool. And then let's make the UI for, oh, we can do use, oh yeah, that'll be cool. We're gonna use URL state in this eventually. I think I'm actually gonna split this into 2 videos. I'll probably do one tomorrow because it's getting kind of late and I need to go to the gym because it closes at 8 because they suck. But for right now, we can just do, let's make you relative, and then let's do a div right here. Then we're going to just make this class of width of like 64, height of 64, and then we're going to do bg-blue-300. Awesome. Okay, so now that we've got that in here, we're just going to say hello there. So this random guy will just be sitting here. But what we want to do is we want to make him absolute. And if we make him absolute, he'll float up there. But if we do T-4 or some shit, that'll start pushing him down, I think. Like T16. Fuck. What is it? Native T16? I don't know. Oh, God. Bottom 4. How do I get you to move? Oh, it's top. Whoops. Yeah, there you go. We'll do top 16. I don't know why I always think it's like T and B and whatever. We'll do top 20, I think. Yeah, that'll work. We'll dial this in more later. But I think, will a width of full work correctly here? Whoops, hit that. Yeah, that will work correctly here. So this will just be our search results here. So let's go ahead and set up, let's do a local array of const test results equals bang. And then for each result, we will say name. Actually, we can just make this an array of strings because the name is the primary key for these guys. So we'll do arrow space. We'll do planets. I know that those are basically the same thing. Well, they're not the same thing. Don't cut that. I'm kind of an idiot. Nature. Real life. Grass. Okay, there we go. We have 5 categories, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to, down here, we're going to do this, and then hashtag each. Test results as result, and then we can slash each. Now that we've done that, oh, this is going to be good. We'll do a div in here, or actually, do we want to make it a button? I think we do want to make it a button. Make this a button. Let's get interesting with it, and then we'll do result. Whoops, here, just result. Button from index.js. See, this import is just wrong. That should work, but that import sucks. Okay, nice. So then for this button, we want to do also, it's flex call, and then we want to do for this button, it's going to be variant equals, I think ghost is what we want. We want with classes with full. Okay, again, not the greatest UI in the world, but this will function. And then if we get rid of this right here, and then if we, okay, that looks like this, and then let's just do BG neutral of 900 or 800 maybe. Oh, maybe we need to make this like 900. Enough to stand out. Yeah, nice. Okay, and then we don't need this minimum height in here anymore. Where is that even? Oh yeah, height 64. Nope, banished. So we have these guys in here. Let's make this a little nicer. We'll do rounded MD, and then P-3. A little bit of padding never hurts. Nice. Okay, cool. So when you hit these, this will create a tag and that will add it to a list over there and that will filter down what we're actually doing. Awesome. Okay. I'm going to take a break here and then come back and record all of this maybe later, maybe tomorrow. I might do a shorter video for tonight because this ended up being way longer. But yeah, hopefully if you guys got this far, you're enjoying it and I'll definitely add timestamps to this. So yeah.